All right, so the Secret Service sent me something in my alternate email account offering me a job. I got warrants out for my arrest in the state of Colorado. What the hell are they trying to give me a job for? Other than that, on Facebook, I can post up screenshots there and show evidence. It's the only place I can, with the police not willing to take a look at it. So I've been trying. Unfortunately, anything that doesn't fit these people who hates me's idea of who I am, they complain about it until it gets destroyed and I get put on another 30-day Facebook ban. So I'm frustrated because I'm separated from my friends and family. Most of them, the only way I can get a hold of them is through Facebook. Some of them, I had their numbers on my old phone, but I lost that. I need help getting that back. There's a lot of witnesses I've been trying to get a hold of since my public pretenders wouldn't do so. Um, I'm really having a tough time with all of this. After a year of being treated like some sort of super psycho serial killer rapist type of person, which has been one of my worries through my entire life because I know that when you don't fit the pretty boy, the big buff, beautiful face kind of guy with a good family and money in his pocket, you don't really get treated like a human being. People just assume that you're one of those type of folks. When you're homeless, people just assume you're that one of those type of folks. So it's one of my greatest fears in life because, well, when people believe that, they do horrible shit to you and you never get a day in court. Case in point, everything that's happened since the death of Natalie Bollinger on December 29th of 2017. I had a lot of people who told me they would this and they would that and didn't follow through. They want me to do it. They want me to do all of it. Hell, Ogre went through hell. His real name is Christopher Weaver. He wants me to write his statement and then he'll just sign his name to it. Well, I'm not willing to do that because it's not honest. I told all these people that I asked to make reports to tell true stories. The truth is important to me. It's not important to the rest of America, though. I was painted terribly by the media, by the police, and by the Bollingers, and the public did a lot of really nasty stuff to me as a result of it. The Bollingers are heavily invested in hiding the things that they did to Natalie because they are criminally negligent for it. So are the police. What the police did to me was victimize somebody who didn't need to be victimized. I was trying to help. I was doing as I was asked, and I was assaulted repeatedly for it. Assaulted by police repeatedly for it. Anybody who knows me in person, who spent any quantity of time with me, knows I'm an honest person. There's a lot of people who are pissed off at me right now because I was honest about them. Yeah. On the bright side, they're not being accused of things that they did not do. They're not accused of stalking somebody they didn't stalk. They're not accused of raping or molesting somebody they didn't rape or molest. They weren't accused of murdering someone they didn't murder. That's not entirely true. John Fox, he was accused of murdering his ex-girlfriend. He couldn't have murdered her. He was in fucking jail at the time. What did I do? Stuck up for him. It's the right thing to do. There's a reason that I want assisted suicide legal. It's because people like me, who you put these labels on and then you punish them nonstop because of these labels, you destroy all of our opportunities because you have a particular idea in your head. And then you want us to be happy without the things that make you happy. And then I see what makes you happy and how you interact without them. And then I read your pretty words, which are complete bullshit because, well, they're contrary to who you actually are. You need love. You need acceptance. You need familiarity. Everybody does. If you don't need that, you're a liar. There's a lot of people that I care about that just didn't care about me. That's fine. I left those people. I allowed it to be their choice to come back into my life. Like Miss Jerry, Lana, Amanda. The things they did to me while I was in Virginia, those aren't things that friends do to somebody. When I was in Montana, Lana did a lot of things that you don't do to a friend. First of all, when a friend's having a hard time and you try to have sex with them and they tell you no, no means no. When you say, I need to move on, no, Lana needed to move on and accept that no meant no. And that doesn't mean we can't be friends. That doesn't mean she has to be hostile to me the whole time I'm in Montana. But I had to deal with that anyway. I've been through hell. I need to be left alone. I also need to make sure that the example is set that this is not an acceptable thing to do to a human being. I need people to come forward, and I need them to come forward to a lot of different police agencies because those agencies wouldn't listen to me. I need help. Basically, since January, I've needed to make sure that everything is duplicated so that somebody else has a copy, so that when I go to jail, which I already knew was going to happen, I already know their protocols and how these animals work. When they lock me up for something that I didn't do, I need somebody to have that information so they can force my lawyer to take a look at it because they won't look at it if I try to show them. There are people who know me well, who tried to tell these folks who I am and they didn't want to listen. There are people who tried to get a hold of the media and the media wouldn't listen. There are people who tried to get a hold of the state patrol and the state patrol wouldn't listen. That's what happens when you're not a pretty person. That's what happens when you don't have money. That's what happens when you're falsely accused of such heinous crimes. The United States is a disgusting place and I don't want to live in it anymore. I want to go somewhere where there's decent people. Maybe someplace with less Christians.